we'll get into a little bit of who is better, brought to you by Manscaped, manscaped.com. 20%. We'll do the whole rest of the stuff later on. But Dave, simple. Who is better, Josh Donaldson or Josh Sorvino, Paul from the Wonder Years?
Oh, douchebag versus the nerdy best friend. I can't stand Josh Donaldson. I've always thought him a douchebag. Give me Paul Sorvino. Give me the nerdy best friend.
I liked him. Do you remember back in the early
Pfeiffer was his last
Paul
name.
Pfeiffer. Do you
Yeah.
remember back in the early 2000s when there was a rumor that he was Marilyn
He was
Manson?
Marilyn Manson. Yeah,
Like,
I looked that
Jesus.
up. Stop it.
Marilyn Manson got his ass kicked here in Lethbridge at the Denny's.
God punched at a
Punched
Denny.
in the face in the Denny's in Lethbridge. You know your career's gone south. You get punched in the fucking Denny's in Lethbridge.
I don't know who was right and who was wrong. I always wondered if he had his makeup on when he got punched.
Like, how do you're Marilyn Manson, you're a mega star, you end up in a Denny's in Lethbridge at 3 a.m, man. Jesus.
After a concert, I don't know. Like, what's your thing? Is that what you're saying? It's a budget hotel, and why would you go to? Why would you go to?
You probably
Denny's
stayed at the Sandman because the radio station was in there at the time, so maybe it was sponsored by blah blah blah.
That's possible. Yeah, that is possible. Like,
that's got to be a low point in Marilyn Manson's career. Punched at Denny's in Lethbridge.
Pan scrambler, and then he got his pan scrambled.
Okay, we'll get another one. Okay, here's one. Dave, who is better, Mark Cuban or Mark Calloway, aka The Undertaker?
That's what I'm going to say, Cuban, because he's a self-made. I remember listening to broadcast.com. That's where he made his billions. That was wonderful. You can listen to any broadcast anywhere of any game for free on the internet. And
that was weird. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, broadcast.com. That's his invention. That's how he became a billionaire. So I was a fan of his product before I was a fan of him. I think he's a little much sometimes, but I do believe he is a force for the greater good. Instead of trying to go to space, he's making drugs affordable, generic drugs affordable for people in the United States, saving people hundreds of dollars. And as even when I appreciate the Taker's career in WWE. I remember when he first came out, I was young enough to know WWF without him. I was never a huge fan. I appreciated his longevity, and when he threw fucking Mankind off that cage, holy shit!
Yeah, that was something. Hell in the Cell, we called it. So that was something else. That was a Jesus.
Holy shit! Like, are they actually trying to kill somebody here? Because someone will die if they keep doing this stuff.
When did wrestlers become the ones that became the marks, I guess? Like whereas they didn't know the ins and outs. Like before it was the fans who didn't know it was fake, and then the wrestlers became the ones who didn't know it was fake. Like, they had to impress more and more and more. Because
no one puts their body on the line more than those wrestlers back 20 years ago. Like those table matches, those ladder matches. Like, honestly, when fucking Mick Foley came off the top of that cage, that was like
that wasn't good.
20
through his
feet.
Face, and
it was literally 20 feet down to land on your back in a table in a gymnastics pad. Awesome. No thanks.
Dave, who is better, Roger Federer, tennis great, probably a Hall of Fame guy, not probably, Hall of Fame tennis player, or Roger Daltrey from The Who?
Oh, you're good because you're having a good night, because Roger Federer, I thought for sure I was going to pick him for sure.
Over who? Roger Rabbit?
There's not
any Rogers out there.
I didn't think of Daltrey. I was hoping a golf player or something like that.
Mister?
Roger, Mister
Mr.
Rogers. Mr. Rogers is the king. So I would have actually picked Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers is creepy.
Roger Daltrey, the Who kicked a ton of fucking ass back in the day. Oh, did they ever kick a ton of ass? But I'm gonna take Federer, one of the greats, and I'm gonna take Federer. No more carrying on.
Got on a wrestling kick today for some reason, and the other guy is a guy that we quite like on this show quite a bit. We talk about him quite not as much this year as we did last year. But Dave, who is better, Ric Flair or Ricky Henderson?
As much as I like saying you gotta to be the man, you gotta beat the man, and woo,
Yeah.
when, girls stealing, kiss stealing, whatever. Ricky Henderson, Ricky Henderson's the man. He's the one I would build a franchise around. I would love to know. What what a player of his talents is looked at these days in the sabermetric world.
What would he got if you pluck Ricky Henderson circa 1988 Oakland days? If you pluck him into something with the whoever, it doesn't even matter what team.
Doesn't even matter what team.
If you drop him into the Houston Astros right now, what's he getting for a contract? 50?
At least. He's the single greatest leadoff hitter of all time. Like, right, he hits for power, he gets on base, and then he's on second.
Dave, I think it's a bigger one. He gets on base. Because that's some money ball. He gets on base. OPS, he gets on base, right?
He gets on base.
On base plus slugging.
Yeah. And then when he draws a walk, he's standing on
Joey
second.
Gallo's got a fucking contract. What's fucking Henderson getting?
Phew. I like it has to be more than
Trout.
Fucking Trout, without a doubt.
And we bash on Trout a lot for two guys who don't watch it very much. But yeah,
no, but
true.
Even and Soto saying no to whatever
42, whatever it was, yeah,
42 million. Like, how can Ricky Henderson not be the highest paid hitter in the league?
And Rick wouldn't have even cared because whatever. He didn't cash his bonus checks.
Right,
Rick, you got to cash those. Oh, okay.
Okay,
I'll get around to it.
Ricky don't need that. Ricky needs new cleats. Ricky needs this
Mizuno cleats.
Fucking just get out there and fucking rake and steal bases. Ricky Henderson, it could be the greatest non-pitcher of all time.
There's two greats there, Ric Flair and Ricky Henderson. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Ricky Henderson because I'm more of a baseball guy than I'm a wrestling guy. 2, 3 more. Ryan Miller, 2010 U.S. Olympic team, really good career, borderline Hall of Fame guy. Ryan Miller or Ryan Seacrest?
Ryan Miller, the goalie?
Yeah,
Ryan Miller, the goalie. Seacrest can fuck right off. I don't give a shit about Ryan Seacrest.
What does it matter if you care? Who's better?
Ryan Miller.
All right.
I got nothing to say about Seacrest. I don't know that guy.
He must work pretty hard. He's on everything.
Wouldn't know it. Not an iWatch.
All right. Let's go here. Johnny Bench or Johnny Cash?
Oh, good one. Johnny Bench with the big red machine, right?
Yeah.
And he was the catcher there for a long time. No, wasn't he a catcher?
Oh, he's like the greatest catcher of all time.
Oh, okay. So I do know whom I speak. I know you don't like the Reds, so I'm gonna say Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash was the first concert I went to. I was, I think, about 7 years old. I have such
I did not know that.
Oh yeah, I have an affinity for Johnny Cash. There's some great Johnny Cash songs. Johnny Cash has brought more joy to my life than Johnny Bench, so no disrespect, Johnny Bench. But I'm going to take Johnny Cash.
You're entitled to your opinion. I got 2 more. Yeah. Yeah. Bernie Nichols or Bernie Sanders? Bernie Nichols has got a little more winning.
Bernie Nichols,
Pumper Nickel.
he had a 100-point season. Like
Yeah.
it's like I think he had a 150-point season.
Like he was a 50-plus goal guy.
He fucking raked with the LA Kings when Gretzky got there. And then he was a difference maker with the New Jersey Devils as well. The year Ness called guaranteed victory in game 6 and 7
for the Rangers against
Rangers. Yeah. Bernie Nichols was with the Rangers at that time, and he was really successful there. Bernie Sanders, we're talking about the senator from Vermont here, aren't we?
Yeah, the guy with the creepy picture.
Yeah,
at the inauguration, his gloves on and the lawn chair or whatever.
You know what? I am gonna take on this one. This one's the tough one. I'm gonna take Bernie Sanders because I believe he's fighting the good fight with no chance of winning.
There you go. I agree. I was like, I like Bernie Nichols as a player, but I hope that just for a little bit of credibility, Bernie Sanders is viewed a little bit better in the 1420 Sports Bar podcast eyes than Bernie Nichols.
Bernie Nichols.
Anyways, last one, Dave.